Kyle Diskin joins us following 2-0 pre-season friendly defeat to Port Vale. Despite the defeat today, Kyle, I think the boys put themselves across really well today. How did you evaluate the performance?
Yeah, the gaffers just said like we did well. I agree with him. We switched off twice, 2 sloppy goals, but obviously the full-time lads, they're going to obviously capitalise on our mistakes, and we could have scored a couple of south on another day. So yeah, I think it was a good run out.
In the first half, as the gaffers said, Vale had quite a bit of the ball, but you limited them to very few opportunities. Was that the message Scott came into the dressing with? Just his Vale, his first time Vale fans have seen him in pre-season, so they're going to be up for it. Was it to try to settle them down in the first half?
Gaffer just wants us to be positive all the time. Him and Tom have obviously, they want us to go out and play nice and high, and obviously trying to stop them from playing, and obviously trying to play attacking football itself. So we obviously let them have the ball, but yeah, I thought we did very well first half, to be fair.
And in the second half, came out on the front foot, had a couple of opportunities to level the game, and the penalty just came at the wrong time. How did you think of the second half performance, though, where you really tested the keeper on a couple of occasions?
We started well second half. Obviously, I didn't see the penalty. Jeppo said he had to do if he had to do it, he had to do it. I think it's a red on a normal day from what he was saying. But yeah, we could have had a couple of goals at the start of the second half. But other than that, like you say, the full-time pros, and we'll take the minutes in the legs.
And just going on to pre-season, been back a couple of weeks now. On a personal note, how have you settled back into the regime? How do you feel, and how are you thinking for the start of the season?
I feel good. Obviously, towards the end of last year, I wasn't fit. I had a bad injury. But yeah, Tom's been putting on some very, very good sessions, getting us fit, getting us sharp, and we'll be ready for 1874 come this. Well, no, we start on the 5th, don't we?
Yeah, Lyle.
Ready for Live Town on the 5th of August.
You've took the words out of my mouth. I was just going to come on to the fixtures. Live Town in the FA Cup, then that away game, and then Handy Town quite early on as well. What did you think when the fixtures came out? How are you feeling for the first few games of the season?
It's going to be tough. All games in our league are tough. We obviously played last year in the FA Cup, and they beat us down here. So we'll be raring to go in that one, and then obviously 1874 away, and then obviously Handy down here. So it's going to be a tough few games, but we'll be fit and ready.
In terms of aspirations for next season, where do the club want to finish? Like, what are the aims for next season to build on the positive position last season?
Playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We were close last year. We had a bit of a blip coming, maybe at the wrong time. Bank holiday weekend, we lost to Glossop, and then Workington here. I think that just put an end to our season. But overall, I think we had a positive season. We're just going to try and go one better this year and reach them playoffs.
And the final one for me, obviously, we do these annual Port Vale games every year. To play against a League One club every year, how much does that mean, not only for yourself, but for the club as well? It's a really nice thing to do every year from Kidsgrove and the club, and Port Vale.
Yeah, it's a good run out for us, and it's a good money maker for the club. I don't know how many was in today, but there seem quite a few, and it obviously sets us up for the season. So we appreciate all their support. We appreciate Vale coming down, and yeah, it just sets the club up very, very well for the season ahead.
And despite there being quite a few Vale fans in, and obviously them winning the game, Grove fans, as always, never stop singing. No fans behind you. It must give you confidence, even in pre-season, in league, in the cup. It must be brilliant for you boys.
They're there week in, week out. Obviously, we try to include them in everything that we do on the bus on the way home, and we always have a drink with them. They're just unbelievable. So, like I say, thank you to them again. We don't have to. They know exactly what they mean to us. So. I'm sure they'll support us, win, lose or draw, so thank you.
Real Carl, well done today.